Today we are looking at the Fuji X-T3 and we are in the Eterna profile, my preferred video profile. Very fond of it. Good job, Fuji. We are in ISO Auto, which I will go over in a second. We are in 4K 23.98 frames per second. We are at 1/50th of a second shutter speed, the standard for 23.98, and we are at f2. Now I'm going to explain something about the auto ISO. When Fuji is in this mode, which I would not suggest to be in exposure mode for this kind of setting, and you will see why. It exposes for the face, which in general is a good thing. But if it loses me, and here I will force it to lose me by turning around, it's probably going to the background, and as you can see I'm totally blown out because it changed the exposure because it was looking at the back of my head. And no longer had a face, and so it changed. So you can see why there are problems with using auto ISO in this type of a scenario. If I was outdoors or something, it probably wouldn't have been as noticeable, but in this atmosphere where I'm using having a darker background, whatever, I think it comes into play. Sorry, I have itchy nose. So we're looking at the improvements in autofocus, and we're looking at it in my typical setup. So if it fails, to the Fuji faithful, I'm sorry. I'm not looking for it to fail. I own this camera. I would love it to be perfection, but I've played with it enough to know I don't know. I don't even know. I can't even say if in this particular scenario it's better, not till I get it on my computer screen. Because if you see in some of my other videos, there are problems with pulsing. Doesn't happen too much at something like f2 that we're at, but if I use a higher aperture like f8, it comes into play, which I will look at that too. But again, here is pretty much my standard setting. I'm using my 23mm, very fond of it, very little focus breathing, so it doesn't really show the pulsing as much as, say, my 35 f2, which breathes like the dickens, so it's like sticks out like a sore thumb in video if it starts pulsing. But that's that. So let's look at the autofocus. It seems to have caught my eye, and it's not having any problem. And if we were doing a typical interview, even if we had a very antsy interviewer, they might be lunging forward or pushing back or going to the side a little bit. So for the basics, I don't see where we are. I'm not seeing too much of a problem now. Now, as far as pulsing, I'm going to sit here and be pretty much as still as possible, so it should not have a lot of a reason to change focus. It is solidly on my right eye. I believe it's my right eye. Yes, my right eye. And you'd have to pay attention to the background to see if you notice any pulsing. I have absolutely no way to be able to see it on the small monitor. Okay, and now let's give it a few more challenges by going to the side. And it seems to be keeping me pretty well. Bounce between face and eye there a few seconds. I think if I go into shadow here, it'll lose me, and it has. And so now it is going back to center, and it's going to the background. So I will slowly come back in, and you can see I just found my face, and it just found my eye. But that's pretty extraordinary in this scenario, but it can lose focus on the edges. And let's go back further. So I'd say for the most part, it appears to be doing pretty good. Again, until I get it on the monitor, I won't really know. Again, we need to lose my face. And then come back around, and I'm still blown out and lost. Found my face, found my eye. So that is typical, but you know, I'd be more worried if it's losing my face, and I have no clue if it's losing my face now. And I guess it did. And if someone was to be looking down for a moment and then looked up, I would hope that it would keep their face. Or if they look towards the sky and back, it would keep their face. Excuse me. And we'll get a little bit closer here. Dodge from side to side, look down, look to the side, and back. So all that seems to be pretty good. Except for no reason, it just lost my face. And found me again. Okay, now one of the other things I've found is that Fuji doesn't like glasses. And regrettably, a lot of people who you might be interviewing or whatever wear glasses all the time. I have been blessed with good vision all my life, but I am now old and, like many of us, have to wear reading glasses. So let's throw them on. And so far, it seems to be pretty good. It looks like it's finding my eye. It's bouncing back and forth between them. But for the most part, it's okay. No issues there. Follows me aside. Now it's just my face. And it has lost me. And let's slowly come back. And it found me again. And it found my eye. Again, that's when it's way off on the side here. I'm not so concerned if it was to lose me. As it does again. And slowly come back. Find me. Where's the interviewee? There he is. So if your interviewer tries to hide from you, Fuji will lose focus. So there are some scenarios with glasses, and of course, back, and then as he turns back around, I'm lost, I'm lost, I'm lost. I'm found by Fuji again. Okay, so still issues with glasses. Now, we live in the age of COVID-19, so we need to do a mask test. Got a mirror over here. I can make sure I got my mask on. Well, it doesn't like my mask. It says, you have no face. Okay, it's got my eye. So it's doing okay here. I'll move around a little. I'd say not too much to back here. It might have a problem. No, it seems to be doing okay. Oh, it lost me there. Go find me. I'm now entering the focus box. You're ever going to find me again? Oh, it found me. Okay, so masks still a problem. I would think they'd be able to right around that because, you know, it's lost me again. And it's found me. So it's sketchy there. It's far from dependable. And, you know, that's the kind of thing with video. If you can't truly depend on it, then you need to manual focus. And that's when having a camera that manual focuses well is good. So, mask, not so good. Glasses, not so good. Glasses and mask, not so good. So, Halloween was yesterday. I guess I'd have problems with taking video of Halloween people if it was in this mode. Yeah, I'm going to fill the focus box. it's not finding my face, my eyes, but it has no choice but to focus on me. But because of the mode it's in, it's not adjusting exposure for my face. So to me, my mask and everything is blown out. I won't know till I get it on the computer how true that is and how much it shows up. So let's see if we can help it find me. There we go. So glass and mask test, not so good. But, and at this point, I can't really tell whether this is improved or not. The main issue to me will be about pulsing. I know I can't really depend on it, so if I was doing this professionally, I would not use autofocus in particular with someone wearing glasses in an interview type situation. That's my 2 cents. Now, one of the other things I used to find in the past is that when I was at higher apertures, like say f8, that everything would like totally fall apart and start pulsing like crazy. So let's go and switch over to that and see what happens. Okay, again we have it in f8 now. I'm sure the ISO has gone up to like 800. My friend Boo here is talking to me again. It's looking pretty good. From what I can see, it's seeing my eye. Now it's just seeing a face over on the side, and it right there lost me. And again, now it's exposing for the background because that's what it's focusing on, and my face is, oh, just found my face, just found my eye. Whatever. It is what it is. I know some Fuji people are going to be giving me the thumbs down. You know, blame me if you want, but I don't see... If you can't expect it to perform at this level, then you can't depend on it. If you can't depend on it, you need to manual focus. And that's true of any camera when it comes to video. And again, if you're doing this type of blog, and as long as you're not moving around a lot, there's absolutely no reason for you not to lock down focus, especially at something like f8. But that's it. You want to say bye? He'd rather scratch a flea. There you have it. I don't know what else to test. Again, as far as any focus wobble, you have to pay attention to the background to see it. You're probably not going to see it much in this because this should have a lot of depth of field, but from what I can see, which is very little with lights in my face and trying to look at a monitor, that it seems to be doing okay on that respect. So maybe in that case we can say we have a little bit of a win, but I hope you've enjoyed it. If you're a Fuji person and you don't like what you saw, I'm sorry. If you think that perhaps I used poor settings and that you can steer me to do it better, please put comments below. Just giving me a thumbs down. You know, I've noticed a trend whenever I say anything or show something that doesn't show Fuji in the best light, I get down marks. I'm sorry. I'm not doing anything here to make this camera look bad, or any camera for that matter, because the only cameras I review where I'm actually testing them are cameras I have personally bought, and I bought them because I thought they were good cameras to have and that they were the best in their class when I bought them, or they were a good value. So believe me, I like Fuji, so I'm not trying to make Fuji look bad. I can sometimes be critical of them because I would like Fuji to be better. So, if you are someone who appreciates the videos I do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos like this. I have no affiliate links at the moment. I make no money at all doing this. This is more testing that I would do for myself anyways. I share it with you so that it might be helpful to you to maybe address whether you want to buy the camera or not, or if you already own the camera, how you might adjust the settings to have it operate better for you. So I hope you like what you've seen. I hope you'll subscribe, and if you really like what I've done and you really want to encourage me, I do have a PayPal link below where you could buy me a coffee or give me a small donation. Anything would be greatly appreciated. Have a great day. Talk to you later.